So I just popped in. This is Southern Exposure this year, Southeast Produce Council. It's a superhero theme. There's usually a theme to these kind of shows.
There is.
It's a lot of fun. Sometimes it's the 80s, sometimes it's the 90s. This time it's superheroes, but yeah, it's still totally me under here.
Oh.
That's not a famous copyrighted trademark character, by the way.
Everyone thought Paul Rudd was showing up.
It just looks a lot like one, but it's not. It's not. Patrick Kelly, you kind of burst on the scene here over the last couple of years. You are a scion of the citrus industry. We're in Orlando, Florida for this show. You are now based in Tampa, Florida. You followed the family trail up to a point.
Yes.
So you came into the produce business young. You started the Produce Industry Podcast.
Yes, sir.
When was that?
In 2020, when everything shut down, everyone, our group decided to really jump into personal education, personal development. I went to podcast master classes. I took online marketing, right? It's things that I never learned in college. And I realized that this industry needed a little bit of a bump. And through a great focus group, Chip, we made that happen. And that's what the podcast is here for today, is to help grow this industry together.
And in a year's time, by the time that this show was held last year,
yes,
you were already nominated as one of the top 20 up-and-coming young leaders and people under 40 in the industry. Yes. You've developed a reputation as a disruptor, as a firebrand.
A little bit.
You're not a big fan of some of the old boy structural settings and situations that exist in this industry. What's the difference in this organization and some of the others? We're not naming names, we're trying to get people involved.
Right, and I won't name any names, but yeah, I am not a part of associations. Anybody that knows me or our group, we really don't go after associations and say we're going to be involved in everything. My dad was not a big trade show guy. He was like, you go to a few, you meet your friends, you make relationships, everyone. And, that's what I saw. I started going to some of these larger shows. And once I started the podcast, we were getting invited out. We didn't go to everyone that we were invited to because we realized we weren't just going to go. And that's what I realized about David Sherrod and the people here. It was a family. It was, hey, bring your kids. We'll have the cocktail party and the barbecue. And that's the community that SEPC brought to the table. And then the relationships afterwards. Some of these shows you could follow up, Chip, nobody ever gets back to you. You know who you are, okay? And that's what I mean. It's like we came to a point to where we started meeting people like, hey, we got to do business. We let's do this. And it came to a point where I don't even do business with some of these people, but they're everyday mentors. They're everyday leaders that we get to talk to in the industry. And that's how we grow together, by being part of a community that is constantly thriving to build us up to be better than ourselves. That's why I'm here at SEPC. That's why I'm volunteering. And that's why I will be a member of SEPC in the future.